Good morning, friends. Myself, Dr. Shriyaji Nair, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Sri Ayyappa College for Women, Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu. I hope everyone are fine during these pandemic COVID days. Be safe at your home. Okay, let us come to the topic. When we are asked to fit a thread of 1 meter rope in a matchbox, it will be easy to fit if we simply coil the thread and place it inside. The similar approach is taken by ourselves. Let us see how. We know that the long stretch of DNA is coiled to a great extent to fit inside the tiny nucleus. And this process of coiling gives rise to the chromatid structure. It is a thread like mesh that we find in the nucleus of the metabolically active cell. The chromatids gives a typical classical structure which looks somewhat like this. It is seen during cell division, and these are nothing but the chromosomes. Let us have a look at this chromosome. In the nucleus of the cell, the DNA molecule is packaged into thread-like structure called chromosomes and is made up of DNA tightly coiled many times around proteins called histones that supports its structure and were first described by Strasburger in the year 1815, and the term chromosome was first used by Waldeyer in 1888. They appear as rod-shaped, dark-stained bodies during the metaphase stage of mitosis when cells are stained with a suitable basic dye and viewed under a light microscope. When we come to the structure, in eukaryotic cells, chromosomes are composed of single molecule of DNA with many copies of 5 types of histones. Histones are nothing but protein molecules and they are rich in lysine and arginine residues. They are positively charged, hence they bind tightly to the negatively charged phosphates in the DNA sequence. A small number of non-histone proteins are also present, and these are mostly transcription factors. Transcription factors regulate which parts of DNA to be transcribed into RNA. And during most of the cell's life cycle, the chromosomes are elongated and cannot be observed under the microscope. So, during the S phase of the mitotic cell cycle, the chromosomes are duplicated. And at the beginning of the mitosis, the chromosomes are duplicated and they begin to condense into short structures which can be stained and observed easily under the light microscope. And these duplicated condensed chromosomes are known as dyads. And the duplicated chromosomes are held together at the region of centromeres, and the centromeres in humans are made of about 1 to 10 million base pairs of DNA. And the DNA of the centromere are mostly repetitive short sequences of DNA, and the sequences are repeated over and over in tandem arrays. The attached duplicated chromosomes are commonly called sister chromatids. Kinetochores are the attachment point for spindle fibers, which helps to pull apart the sister chromatids as the mitosis process proceeds to anaphase stage. And the kinetochores are a complex of about 80 different proteins. The shorter arm of the two arms of the chromosome extending from the centromere is known as the P arm, while the longer arm is known as the Q arm. When we come to the type of the chromosomes, first one, autosomes and allosomes. Human chromosomes are of two types, that is autosomes and sex chromosomes. The sex chromosomes is otherwise known as allosomes. Genetic traits that are linked to the sex of the person are passed on through the sex chromosomes, and the rest of the genetic information is present in the autosomes, that is body chromosomes. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes in their cells, of which 22 pairs are autosomes and 1 pair of sex chromosome, making a total of 46 chromosomes in each cell. Then next one is on the basis of number of centromeres. So on the basis of number of centromeres, They are classified into 5 different types. First one, monocentric with one centromere, dicentric with 2 centromeres, polycentric with more than 2 centromeres, and acentric without centromere. Such chromosomes represents freshly broken segments of chromosomes which do not survive for long. And the last one is diffused or non-located with indistinct centromere, diffused throughout the length of the chromosome. And the third classification is on the basis of location of centromere. On the basis of the location of centromere, they are classified into different types. They are metacentric, submetacentric, acrocentric, and telocentric. First one, metacentric means centromere is in middle, meaning P and Q arms are of comparable length. Then when comes to the submetacentric, centromere off center, leading to shorter P arm relative to Q arm. Then acrocentric means centromere severely offset from center, leading to much shorter P arm. And in the case of telocentric, centromeres found at end of the chromosome. We can see that it means no P arm exists, only what? Q arms. So these are the different types of chromosomes. Then when we come to the functions, they help in the genetic code storage, sex determination, control of cell division, and formation of proteins and storage.